Welcome back to part 2 of my knife collection video. If you made it this far, thank you, I really appreciate that. And please give me a like and subscribe if you can. I would really appreciate that as well. But let's continue. Next is my Kershaw Echelon, model number 1880. Very cool knife. This is speed safe assisted, but it's not a flipper. As you can see through the jade handle scale, you can see the torsion bar in there. Then it's got that cool, like, floating thumb stud. I really like the black hardware on here as well. It's a nested liner, lock knife. But yeah, really cool. Very interesting knife. Love that blade design as well. It's a 3-inch 14C28N Sandvik satin blade. Or I believe it's actually it's stonewashed. Yeah, stonewashed. Next is the Kershaw Cyclone 1660. This is a really big beefy blade, big beefy knife. Speed safe assisted flipper, liner lock as well. It's got the black anodized aluminum scales. It's got a large 3.75 inch 13C26 Sandvik bead blasted blade with the drop point style. It's a really cool can onion design. Big knife. Next is the CH Knives 3519 variety. I really like the CH Knives. Definitely plan on getting more of these. It's a manual flipper on ball bearings. G10 handle. It's got a large 3.94 inch modified drop point blade in D2. And it's got that stonewashed blade. And this knife has got buttery smooth action to it. I mean, for $33, this is a really great knife. I mean, look at that. That's a very nice drop shot. Next is the Kershaw Mini Mojito, aka Mini Mojo, before they renamed it Mini Mojito. Model number 1800. This is a speed safe assisted knife. Very interesting too, because it's got the stud lock to close it, and then it's got a safety tab on the flipper, so you have to engage that safety tab to open it. See, I'm not hitting it. Well, on that one I did, but on the side, if I try to open it, it won't. You gotta hit that to engage it. Very interesting. It's got the G10 inlay, and it's a 2 and 3/75 inch 13C26 Sandvik blade. It's got an interesting finish because it's not quite bead blasted or satin. It's kind of like a combination of both, and it's got an interesting drop point recurve style to the blade as well. Very cool. Next is the Kershaw Kuro. It's a model number 3700. It's a manual liner lock, and it's got a carbon fiber bolster with aluminum handle scale, 2.5 inch blade that's titanium carbonitride coated. It's a 8C13 MOV. Not a bad little knife either. Next is my Kershaw Speedform. Just got this, and I'm really happy with this knife. Been looking for this for a long time. Great knife. This is a Speedform 2, model number 3550. It's a manual liner lock. The handle is made of 3D Machine G10, and the blade steel on this is LMAX, which is really cool. Kershaw doesn't do a lot of LMAX unless it's Sprint Run or limited edition knives, and this is the base steel, so very interesting choice by them to do a production model in LMAX. Very cool. But great knife, comes out quickly. Next is the only OTF I have, the Paragon ATK010T OTF automatic. It's aluminum handle scales, that push button plunge lock, and it's got the safety. This is a single action, so you gotta hold the button down, retract it, then you can lock it. But yeah, really cool knife. And the blade is the most interesting part of the knife too, because it's got that like black polish Tonto style blade, and it's actually a chisel ground, which you don't really see too much on knives, and especially on an OTF. So I think that was really cool. Next is the Kershaw Shield 3920 Speed Safe Assisted flipper knife. It's a Hinderer design, and out of the Hinderer designs I have, this is the coolest one. This is a really awesome looking knife, modeled after his Eclipse. It's got amazing ergonomics, which Hinderer is known for. I really like the black large hardware on it, and it's got that lock bar stabilizer over travel stop. That really aggressive Tonto blade is cool, and it's two-tone style, stonewash on the bevels and satin on the flats, HCR 13 MOV. I really wish this was in D2. I think that would have been so much cooler. And the four-way pocket clip carry position is great as well. Next is the Kershaw Breakout, model number 7000. And this is a great knife, very fast, very hard to find too. It's got a nice 3.5-inch blade with those cool scallop serrations. This really nice CNC machined glass shattered pattern. It looks really great. It's a push button automatic, and on the back it's got that safety switch, that large pivot to house the spring. But definitely a really cool auto knife, very slim, sleek, and just kicks out with authority. Great knife. Next is this little guy. This is the Kershaw Little Lockback, model number 5300 RD. These are really old and quite rare, but not like expensive rare, just hard to find because you don't see them anymore. They're really old. It's got that translucent ABS plastic scales, and then for the keychain, since it doesn't have any clip, this is the only lockback knife I have. Cool little 2-inch sheepsfoot upswept style blade, HCR 13 MOV, and it's a 2-inch blade. So yeah, cool little knife. Next is the Kershaw Skyline, model number 1760NG10. It's got a 3.125-inch stone-washed blade and 14C 28N Sandvik steel drop point style, and it's got the Jade G10 handle scales. This is a Blade HQ exclusive, and it's a manual flipper. I've seen people complain about the action on the Skylines not being that great as well, but again, you just really need to clean them and oil it and they'll flip fine. Plus, I notice if you put the whole finger on the flipper, you know, you're more likely to fail it, since you're not giving your finger that much kind of a full compressor to pull that blade out. So what I usually like to do is just put it halfway up, and you really give that finger more pull down power to get it to come out. So it really all depends on technique. Next is the very rare, very cool automatic knife, the Masters of Defense James Keating Hornet. It's got that combo edge with the serrations, 154 cm, and that's the aluminum aircraft mil-spec handles. It's got that push button, and it's a plunge lock, but it's also a liner lock knife, which is very interesting. This is a tactical knife, so having that liner, which is very thick, gives it added strength. Very cool knife, though. Really like this one. Looks really good as well. It's 3.125 inches, and it's got that black tungsten DLC coated blade. Very cool. Next is this large Kershaw Spoiler, model number 1334, speed safe assisted flipper as well. Liner lock knife with the G10 handles. It's got a large 3.75 inch stonewash Tonto blade and an 8CR13 MOV, and can really get that grip on here. And it's got 1.25 inches of jimping to really help, choke up and just get that really nice grip. But yeah, big knife. I don't really see anybody with this knife, so more of a under the radar type knife. Next is the Kershaw Whirlwind 1560ST, assisted but not a flipper. It's a subliner lock knife, and this is a nice workhorse knife. It's got that really cool clip point combo style blade. It's 3.25 inches, 14C28 and Sandvik with the satin finish. So definitely a nice knife. And next is my Kershaw Cryo 1555G10D2, the Blade HQ exclusive. This is a speed safe assisted frame lock knife, stone washed. It's got that lock bar stabilizer over travel stop, and the 4-way carry, pocket clip positioning as well, hinderer design. It's a really cool knife. It's got a 2.75 inch D2 drop point stonewash blade, and then that G10 scale. And next is the Kershaw Induction 1905. It's a manual flipper, and it's got a really interesting locking mechanism. The Hawk Lock by G&G Hawk. Really cool designers. The aluminum style handle with that G10 inlay, which houses the little metal part for this slider mechanism. And then it's got like 2 springs in here, so one of them is for the D10, one of them's to lock the blade open. So really cool. I like that two-tone style. It's got a black oxide coating and a drop point 8CR13 MOV blade that's 3.125 inches. So very cool knife. I really like that click to it. It's pretty fast as well. And last but certainly not least is my Spyderco Kershaw Spiker collaboration. This is a really, really awesome knife. It's model number C96GP. It's a manual knife, a subliner lock knife, G10 handle scales, very, very light. It's got this nice silver twill carbon fiber inlay, and the blade is a very interesting, weirdly designed, modified recurve drop point, 3.563 inch blade, satin finished, and it is S30V. But yeah, that's my collection so far, and this one's got a little bit of a drop shut as well with the shake. It actually needs to be oiled. But yeah, this is everything I've amassed so far. Definitely gonna get more knives, just takes time. But happy with what I got as of current collection. Well, I'm actually missing 2 more knives that I have on loan right now. I don't have my left-handed ProTech Newport, the black-handled one with the S35 VN steel, and I don't have my CRKT Huron with M390 steel. I wish I had that one because that one's really cool. But I have reviews on those and on most of these knives. So if you're interested, definitely go check them out. I'd really appreciate that. And again, please like and subscribe. That would be really cool of you guys. I really appreciate that as well. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me. I know this was long, but hope you enjoyed, and that's what I got for you guys today. So have a good one, and later, guys.